All right. Back into it. We need to go back to there. Let's just walk. And by walk, I mean ride. Our new chocobo. So we just go this way. Oh yeah. I love how the chocobos always flap their wings even though they don't go anywhere. So is there like a... rank 0. So it seems like they do get like stats, but probably don't go any faster. Because like Chocobo's not super fast. Wait, can I sprint or something? Mount speed. Oh, they're faster in certain places apparently. Or more like slower in certain places. How's it going, Daniel? Oh, you can't unlock mount speed ups? Okay, that's what I was wondering, because this seems a bit slow. And also maybe other mounts just are inherently faster. That's cool. I mean, like, it's a pretty natural progression. The more you play the game, the faster your mount should be, since you, like, have played the game a while. That's like a nice upgrade to get, just to get places faster once you already know what you're doing. And when you don't know what to do, it's nicer to be slower to stop and smell the roses, you know? Maximum movement speed is always kind of my primary objective. Spoken like a true min-maxer. When I was doing the Birth by Sleep Platinum for the second time, I was like, please, love of God, just give me the things I need as quick as possible. Like, I was super min-maxing everything. Like, alright, I'm gonna upgrade exactly what I need to get more experience right away, and... oh my god, he just yeeted out of here. Yeah, like you guys said, that quest gave me 300. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know why the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics? The pride in his voice was palpable. We Seons are truly fortunate to have you with us, Petra. Now, when we last spoke, I said that you wanted to meet some friends. I said that I wanted you to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm God's man. Spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. By who? Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. That seems like a insane coincidence that we just so happen to go help them, and they just so happen to just give the Scions the right to hold the airship stuff, and they just so happen to send specifically Biggs and Wedge. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Insane coincidence, welcome to 14. I would argue, insane coincidence, welcome to Final Fantasy. That's kind of a staple of the series, really.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
Next question. Do you ever move from that spot?
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder.
Look at the way she's holding it.
Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Papa's voice does not fit his character. Like, he sounds like an old man.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor.
Wait, he is?
Conducive to peaceful communication.
Man, babyface. I mean, I do see the, I mean, he's got gray hair, and he's got the monocle, but like, and I'm not just saying because he's that short, just because he's a Lalafell, but like his face has like no wrinkles. He has like he's got like the peachy cheeks and like no wrinkle face.
Offering us an invaluable
Papa
opportunity
can't age.
to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
I'm trying to think if we ever saw an old Lalafell. Maybe they just don't look old. But I thought we saw an older one before that had like wrinkles. I thought. Maybe I'm making that up.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you,
Zero
is among
facial
the most
hair?
savage and terrible of all known primals.
You should have like a beard.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
I feel like at this point, you shouldn't be asking me, will you help us? You should just be saying, like, go do it. Because, I mean, I'm obviously all in at this point.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods.
See, here we go again. Like, are you the mysterious man, or are you, like, a baby? Because, like, it seems like you can't handle your own in most circumstances here.
Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Like, I would expect Thancred there, given what we saw before we got here, to be like, I would love to go with you, and I would definitely smash, but I think they're more inclined to go with you because they know the forest better, you know? Not literally saying, like, yeah, I would run into a tree and die. I'm a baby of the woods. If I saw a tree, I would cower. It's just a weird thing to say. I guess he's just saying he's a city boy, but still. It's just weird, because the very first feeling I got from Thancred was like, oh, this guy is really cool. He's like secretive and probably super strong, and he knows more than everyone else, and yeah, like, but maybe I just got the wrong impression. Maybe he's kind of a baby. Where are we going? Turns out he sucks. He just made a really good first impression on me. He's very good at first impressions. He's a charmer, not a fighter. But then you always see the charmer for their true colors, eventually. Are you playing cards with the Serpent Commander? He's a little snowman. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Xians once more if we are to... beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? I'm here for your experience. Well, if it isn't Private Snakeboat reporting for duty, that's the zeal I'd like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Wait, I just realized we're in the Serpent Guard as Petra Snakeboat. I just made this connection. Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me that you quest in the name of the Xians is late. No, it was not intentional. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seed Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for the reason that the Sylphs' relation to the Primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as a liaison. That is where you Scions come in. So we're messenger boys? The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon a Hawthorn hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you on how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from Westsire Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. I was just there doing stuff. I could probably teleport there. Did you notice my hat? It's extra silly today. But I think I'll just walk. Because I want to fight some stuff. Oh god, it's lagging again. Maybe it isn't the server. Let's go, Nicotech. I am running DirectX 9, which means the game might have a bit of a struggle running. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Maybe if I keep having problems, I should try to connect my account to my PlayStation. I'm just afraid of something happening. It definitely makes sense that the game would struggle a little bit. Because I'm not running on DirectX 11. Aye, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn hut without much trouble. Guys fishing. Ferryman's up here. Wait. Did she say lavender beds? I think she said lavender beds. Game? Oh God. What in the... Why does it... We're struggling out here, boys. Holy... Game. Well, this is new. I'm at 5 FPS. Oh, and now it's fixed. And now it's not. What is happening? It's literally never my PC. It's always just some weird, odd issue. It's so frustrating because people are always like, I played the game and I never had a single issue, and then I have issues. And then they're like, oh, that? Oh, you just have to install this thing. And I'm like, so you did have issues. It's always frustrating. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Everything's broken. My computer's fine. My GPU's at 62%. It's not my computer. So I'm not really sure. I'm on DX9. I have to be. Why would setting my UI stuff matter? See, this is what bothers me. And I don't mean to be like... I don't mean to go like Death You Boomer on you guys or anything. But like, this always happens where I have issues and people argue with me that I'm the only one that has issues. But then they'll say stuff like, oh, just set this setting to this and it'll fix it. And I'm like, well, then that's bad game. Like that, it shouldn't be that way. If the game is having issues, it should be like my computer is exploding. Otherwise, it's the game's fault. Right? But I know people are going to be like, Final Fantasy XIV is completely flawless. I've never had a single problem, and I've played 3,000 hours, and I've never had the game lag a single frame before. It's your fault. It's your computer's fault. Learn how to use a computer. Buy a better computer, etc., etc. I just know. I can feel it. But, like, doesn't matter if you've played it for 3,000 hours and never had an issue. I had an issue, and it's not my computer's fault. And I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just playing the game. So, call it what it is. Online games have issues a lot of the time. That just be the way it is. Just buy more RAM. And this game is like so basic too, like basic in terms of like, you know, it's not Crisis 3. But just because it's an MMO, there's just a lot going on and a lot that can go wrong, which is fair. But I just know if I do like my review of all the games and I say like Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO, and because it's an MMO, it suffers from the problems that MMOs have, like just having a lot of technical issues. I know people are going to complain. That's you. That's on you. You're a boomer. You don't understand technology. I played the game for 5,000 hours and never had an issue. Like, I know I'm alone in this. I know that everyone else probably has never had an issue. But, like, it's an MMO. There's going to be issues. People are going to have issues. I'm sure many other people have had issues. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you have known more, you do well to speak with the masters of this hut, Rolf. Master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. That's a funny way of putting that. It's literally sitting right here. Yeah, I mean, it's most likely a DirectX 9 issue. But I have to play it on DirectX 9 because the game crashed when I played it on Direct 11, which was also the game's fault. Because my computer was fine. I updated everything there was to update and everything. And it still crashed, so. And I've heard from a couple people they had the same issue with Direct 11. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend, my memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in me noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Well, he wasn't kidding, you did forget more than he ever knew. It's because my character's name's Snakeboat. Yeah, I probably asked for it, to be honest. The Sylphs? Yes, Father told me of his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Alright. How's it going, Dorno? The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. The sylphs, inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masks. The next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Yes, I did. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along a, Drat, what was it again? And my wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Speak to your wife at the what? I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm pretty tempted to fill out that form and try to connect my account to the PS5. But I kind of want to just do the rest of the Let's Play on PC because that's where we started. But yeah, after that, I might try it, see if it works. If not, I'll have to restart. I'm here to help. Thanks for your dog. Any weird glitches happen? No, but the game, like, died. I had to restart. And I'm still having, like, some lagginess and audio randomly dropping. So it hasn't happened since I restarted. Now. A peace offering for the sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their tastes run more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with the milk root? That's what they call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. Oh boy. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You do not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen the ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. What an odd thing to say. I haven't seen one, but if you rub this stuff on grass, who knows? Okay. So what you're saying is, you did see one. I know, to be fair, I am streaming the game as well. I know a lot of people stream this game, but that does make it a bit more prone to problems. There's nothing wrong with my PC. Too many tabs. That's a small Ochu. Every time anything ever goes wrong, from the time I started streaming years ago, I've been through like 3 different PCs and many different PC parts. I was always blaming the PC. And I do too, but there's nothing wrong with PC. The problem with my PC is that it's different than everyone else's PC. Every PC is different, and some will have issues with some things, and some will have issues with other things. That's the problem. But I've reinstalled Windows 20 times since I've started streaming. Can't just always blame Windows. In fact, I reinstalled Windows 2 months ago, I think, when we had that whole other issue happen. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milk root, but of course, those sylphs quaff with that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. If nothing else, the game might just have an issue with Windows 10, but in which case that's still the game's fault. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. I've scanned my Windows many times. Like I said, I just completely reinstalled Windows not 2 months ago. And when I started having these issues, I scanned my entire computer for corrupted files. I completely reinstalled all of my GPU drivers, completely reinstalled internet drivers, pretty much every driver that has to do with Windows. And it still crashed on Direct 11. And I reinstalled Direct 11. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury the nose in my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the Morbol that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, and I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They're not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parlay be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go trapezing off just yet. Emmeline would like to have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the wingworms. Don't tell me I now have to talk to him. Dude, just put it in the cutscene. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Kamuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion and as the close ear of his tribe's elder. I saw that Hawthorne was furnished you with some of the melodorious root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from this elder seed seer herself. To summarize the letter's content in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and reinstates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixtal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. How did you get her to write that? Like, while I was gone, I guess? Right. But, you know, my point is, it's the game's fault. Like, that, you know, I can't just blame Windows. Like, It's a PC game, it's an MMO, it's gonna have issues. That's just kind of the way it is. Too many different things. Too many different people playing on different PCs, playing on different operating systems. Like, you're gonna have issues. That's just part of PC gaming. For many people, it's a reasonable give to have a overall better experience. Like, yeah, you'll have some issues, but you also have more settings and more ways to fix things and mods and more ways to control the game, and like overall it's a better experience on PC. But that comes with a caveat of you're gonna have more issues as well. I feel like that's a pretty well-known thing that everyone can agree with. But I swear, every time I bring it up, there has to be one person that's like, well, actually, console gaming blows, PC forever. I've never had a single issue with a single PC game in my whole life, so I don't know what you're talking about, you're just a boomer. It just frustrates me. Like, I think it's a pretty fair assessment to say PC games have more issues than console games, but they run better overall and have more options. But I always get someone to argue with me. Like that one guy when we were playing Forbidden West. I was playing Forbidden West on console and he was like, I wouldn't even touch Forbidden West on console because it doesn't run at 250 FPS. And I was like, brother, your monitor doesn't even go to 250 FPS. What are you talking about? He was an interesting fellow. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Walking One would talk to this one? This one does not talk to rude ones. Walking One comes to the abode of these ones. Walking One should pay proper respects. I have to dance? I don't feel like typing it. They don't have dance at the top. I gotta type it anyways. Uh-oh. I did! This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there, we're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat you with your people. Hey, listen, I was just doing the thing. You guys are ruining it. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Yeah, what are you guys doing? We literally just had this conversation about they're very finicky and we need to approach them with care and respect, and then I go and do all my stuff and you guys just walk up and you're like, hey! Walking one became a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say, but the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridania envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Petra here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business for Walking Ones. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking Ones waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates? Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Petra's jig insufficiently jiggy? Guys. I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly worried. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Brother, I know exactly why we haven't earned their trust. It's you. You're the reason. You guys blew it. Say, Petra, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any. Now we're gonna send me to greet them all? It's your fault! You go dance! Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Wait, what are we doing? I am baffled. If I were a Sylph, I'd be so happy to see you being... Meanwhile, you're the one that screwed it up. You're the one that didn't get it. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could not weave in the same way. Oh, I feel the frustration, all right. I'm right there. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious elder one of the forest city. Knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. But I thought I'm supposed to like these guys. They're like my clan members. They're my cult friends. I'm not supposed to be frustrated by them. Petra, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all the Little Solace. The better news? Well, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Okay, so we are supposed to be annoyed by her? Got it. Petra, as an adventurer, you're no stranger in helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero or knight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer Emidia of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most like to be privy to the Sylphs' troubles. How about you do it? Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from realms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. Yo, let's get some plants. From Plants vs. Zombies. Get some pea shooters, some ice pea shooters, some giant cob cannons. They'll be all set. The Zizgorlins and Gallgnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brownie bushes as well. I like where this is going. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deed, seek out Kamuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this.